Hi, my name is Attorney Walter Rudolph Hnot III. I'm with Disability Resolution PA. What we're going to be going through are the top 10 questions you should be asking your future disability representative, whether it's an attorney, a non-legal rep, whatever. Here's number 5. Number 5 is, how many years have you been solely, that's the operative word, solely practicing Social Security disability law? How many years have you been solely practicing Social Security disability law? Okay, let's break that down. Solely. They're practicing almost entirely it, or they're only practicing it. That's how attorneys hear that. It's all or a little, it's pretty much, right? That's how attorneys hear it. Next thing, how long? 1 year, 5 years, 15 years, 30 years, 1,000 years. I know one attorney that's been practicing for 60 years. He has been practicing disability law for 60 years. He is the oldest living Social Security disability attorney on earth. I was his first intern, believe it or not. It's really incredible experience learning from that great of a human being. And to be fair, they don't make attorneys like they used to. They just don't. They just don't. And it's the difference like this, and I'll explain it. And I know this is selling away from me being your attorney, but I want to be honest with you about how this stuff actually works. This attorney comes from the era where, like how you have a young cop, you have an old cop, and the young cop diffuses, or the old cop diffuses a bad situation. The young cop, it somehow just gets out of control, and the young cop's ego gets hurt, and then all of a sudden the gun comes out, and here we go. That's a big difference there. I learned from that guy, and attorneys are who they intern with. Never forget that. Attorneys are who they intern with. That is who they ultimately become like. Attorneys become like the people they learned from while they were interning. I had the best people in the world. I learned from him. I'm not going to say his name because I didn't get his approval to do that. And the other person I learned from, there were my two main internships while I was in law school, was the board chair for the county in which I was going to end up practicing in for Social Security disability benefits. I had like the best setup to learn how to do this stuff. I learned from great gentlemen. Honest, hardworking, just what I wish more humans were like. But that's not America. That's not America. There was a time, you go back in time, when people would make fun of each other and we would laugh with each other, and now everything's sacred. Nothing can be. And the ironic thing is that because everything's sacred, everybody gets so snowflaked about everything, and now we can't talk about anything. We can't open a dialogue. Oh, but we're talking about it now. No, we're talking about it from how hurt they are. From how, we're not talking about it from, both sides, both perspectives. We're having a one-sided conversation where one side has to listen because this side actually knows, and this side doesn't really know. You need two open ears on both sides of the aisle to have a conversation that changes things, because guess what? You need both people to be on board with change, not just one. I know that's a really crazy thing where everybody's like, in politics, if we want to change something, we're going to be the party that changes it. No, you need everybody on board to change it. Otherwise, that law that was created to curve society's culture won't do crap. It will be destroyed by the people because it won't work. And then those people who originally wanted it will be fed up with it. And these people will be fighting against it. And now all of a sudden you've got people who are just unhappy with it in total. And then it won't be enforced. It's been going on that way with law since, they even had a rule in, in ancient Rome and ancient Greece, that if they created the rule that nobody wanted to follow, they wouldn't enforce it. And that's the legal system. It is what it is. The weird thing is, people don't really sit back and think about it, but the whole reason why the system works the way the system does work, whether it's police or judges or whatever, it's because of the law. It's the way the law was created. Whether they have enough education, training, whether they have a shiny enough badge, whether or not the gavel is big enough, whatever. It's the laws that we put in place. So when everybody's like, we're going to change it, but they don't bring up how they're going to change it, it frustrates me. You got to have a plan, right? You got to change the law and get both people on, agreement, in an agreement with it. We don't do that in this country. Anyways, along that theme, let me give you the little template, yada yada. If you want the most up-to-date information or you want a video made about a particular topic, shoot me an email, give me a call. Every Thursday night, 8 to 10 Eastern Standard Time, you want to call in, I'm live on YouTube. We'll run hearing questions or I'll answer any oddity or questions you have about your particular unique situation. Also, this is the thing I was referring to before, spaceconstitution.com. I'm creating a website that's a blog platform for people to go ahead and create freedoms that we can integrate into becoming the first space-based constitution that we can apply and demand and use as leverage for other people who are going to create future space nations, the Elons and things like that, to use as leverage to get future generations to have more freedoms. Things like inalienable rights, which are rights that you are given by the cosmos, and operable rights. You achieve certain benchmarks with this society. You got 50 people, 100 people, first space child is born. Geological or geographic rights. There's something that's unique to the planet you're living on, that you have a right to be able to use that resource. All kinds of rights. I'm creating it. It's something that I hope to build into being the leverage that grants the future human race the key to what America was back in the day. That's the way to look at it. All right. My name is Attorney Walter Rudolph Hnot III. I'm with Disability Resolution PA. I'll catch you a little bit later, and we will go from there. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.